Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob here to bring you another unboxing video. As you can see, this massive box that contains this awesome board game right in front of me. This is none other than Gloomhaven. It is from a company called Cephalofair Games. I always say that name wrong, so it's Cephalofair Games. That's right, I said it right. Yay! So, this game by Cephalofair Games, Gloomhaven, it is a 1 to 4 player game. It is a cooperative game. It's an age range of 14 plus. And it can take anywhere between 30 minutes and more. I'm thinking it may take a little bit more. I've never played this game. I've seen a lot of people talk about this game. When this game came out, it's just this big buzz came over everywhere. The gaming channels and about this game that's coming out, Gloomhaven. Now, the box itself is a really big box. It weighs in excess of 9 kilograms. So that's a heavy game box for a board game for sure. Like, crap, that's a lot of weight. So, pricey to ship. But you can buy it in your stores. It is out for sale now in your gaming stores. The premise behind this is pretty cool. You are a mercenary, and you start off in the town of Gloomhaven. I think it is. It's a town that you start off in, and you have to go out, and it's kind of resembles a little bit of D&D because you build up your equipment, you get gold, you fight enemies, you build up experience and so forth, and you're just battling monsters and archers and everything else. Again, everybody knows that I love Dungeons and Dragon games and I love that kind of realm. So what better than to do an unboxing of this here game, Gloomhaven. So have a seat, grab your double battle axe, get it ready, and let's open this baby up and see what's inside. Maybe we'll find some goblins or orcs, or some treasure and magical items in Gloomhaven. This is the humongous box of Gloomhaven. I can't believe how big this box is. I keep saying it. Again, it weighs over 9 kilograms, so it's pretty heavy. Cephalofair Games. I hope I'm saying this right. If not, I apologize. Everybody's been talking about this for a long time. We have to admire the artwork for sure. Oh, let's lift this up. Whew, it's pretty heavy. She looks like a mage or something like that. Right off the bat, I'm automatically drawn in because of the type of artwork this is. So you can see some artwork on the side here of the creatures. I'm assuming they're creatures that you can fight against or be. It's a 1 to 4 player game. If you play a 1 player game, it's like 30 minutes. If you're playing 2 players, it's 60 minutes and so on. It's a 14 plus. Includes 18 highly detailed plastic miniatures. This game has a lot of replayability for sure because 95 scenarios, you can play a lot of games with the 95 scenarios. And it does have a campaign mode that I'm understanding, so you don't have to just play one-off games. You can play a full campaign. Over 1,700 cards, so that's another reason why this box is so big. That's crazy. Evolving map boards. Evolving. So it's constantly changing. This is just getting better and better the more I read into this. Welcome to Gloomhaven. Being a mercenary on the edge of civilization is anything but easy. For those stupid or brave enough to leave the relative safety of Gloomhaven's walls, adventure, wealth, and fame await in wild and shadowy forest, snowy mountain caves, and long-forgotten crypts. Just don't expect anyone to pay for your service up front, because no one expects you to come back alive. That's pretty heavy. Whoa, Doc, that's heavy! Gloomhaven is a cooperative game of tactical combat in a unique, evolving fantasy world. Evolving fantasy world, so it's constantly evolving, evolution. Gotta love it. Every player will assume the role of a hardened mercenary with their own personal motives. Together, players will fight through a campaign of scenarios that reacts and changes based on the player's actions, creating a unique game style full of discovery, treasure, retired adventurers, and permanent choices. Each scenario offers players deep tactical decisions where ability cards have multiple uses, and using the right ability at the right time can mean the difference between success and failure. Gloomhaven offers streamlined tactical combat without dice against fully automated enemies, each with their own unique behavior patterns. In this box, players will find a fully realized fantasy campaign experience of unparalleled scopes and depth. Before I play, I'm definitely going to this website. It says video overview available at www.gaming-rules.com. Meow. Plastic. Wait a minute. Hey, what gives? There's no plastic on this box. Oh, it's okay. Not all games have plastic on them. Not all boxes come with plastic on them. I gotta realize this, even though plastic's fun. Oh, this is really heavy. How can't I open this? Why can't I open this? Open up! Open up! There it goes. You can hear it. Oh. Oh. No board game smell. Oh, yeah. I think I just pulled a disc or something by opening that box. How big it is. First thing you can see is the rule book. It's on top. And as always, we got to find out how many pages this is. 52-page rule book. That's not too bad. Like Lobotomy and everything had like 52 pages and so forth. And we figured that game out pretty good. Ooh, pretty cool artwork on the bottom. The scenario book. 121 pages. Scenario 95. That's a lot of scenarios. Love it. Next we have is the map board. Yep, it's a map, all right. Good quality, nice sturdy build, have to say. They're sticker sheets. When you are playing the game and you use these so that you keep track of your progress, location sticker sheet, your achievements. So every time you achieve something in the game, you're going to take this sticker and you're going to put it down so it will remind you. This is your map tile. It's double-sided and you get 30 of these double-sided map tiles. These are your enemy tokens and you get a total of 240 monster standees, rocks, overlay tiles. These will overlay onto the tiles itself. It may be adjoining so that you have to land on it or flip it over, or they may be even door overlay tiles that you land on to interact during your scenario play. These are money tokens. 50 money tokens, 10 of them, value of 5, 40 of these, which are the value of 1. I'm not going to be going through every one of these because, as you can tell, there's 18 of these. Showing you the, what? I love the artwork. I'll get a little closer. You can see the detail into these guys. Imagine if the entire box had the minis. The box would probably be another 6 or 7 inches high and weigh another like 12 kilograms or something like that. That's a lot. But that's the tiles that some of the monster artwork are going to want the other components of the box. See up here, they have like the extra little pieces that are like when you get puzzles and you're putting the puzzles together. That's what this is. So that locks them together so they will not shift around if you're playing a scenario that gets big, really big adventure. So that's a smart idea for locking them together. You get 3 of these envelopes, but what's really special about these envelopes is they're sealed. I so want to just rip them open. All I know for the sealed envelopes is that it's special conditions for opening envelopes. If conditions are met during a scenario game, then I'll tell you to open envelope B, A, or X. Party sheets, so to keep track of all of your characters' information. There's not a whole lot that you get into this. Photocopy them before you start writing on them and you'll have umpteen million at your disposal. You also get a decryptor. So A is this symbol, B is that symbol, and so on. So during the game, I guess you may come up with some kind of encryption that you have to decode by using this. You get more stickers, enchantment stickers. A book of town records. It is a sealed book of town records. There's actual, if I bring it up there, there's a sticker right there. So it is sealed, so until we play the game, cut that and you find the town records. Even though I want to look. So some icon onto it. Oh, it has something onto it. I think these have to do with your characters. This is your character sheet. So you get these for your characters. It has all your stats onto it and a little backstory of your character. And look at the artwork on this guy. This is your character sheet pad so that you can write onto it. Again, you can probably, they give you quite a bit, but you can always just copy more before you run out of blank ones so you can use them. Your special weapons you can use and everything too as well. You got icons to keep track of your stats onto your character sheet. Character ability card. So each character has special abilities, you can see there. This character has a +1. I'm blown away. What I'm blown away by is the packaging of this. 18 characters. They have all of the icon of the character. They make it a lot more simplistic to keep it organized, because when you're done playing the game, take all your characters up and put it back in your character box. They think of everything. These are monster ability cards. 232 monster ability cards to be exact. Lots of cards, lots and lots of cards. Monster stat sheets. Total of 47 of these monster stat sheets. Double-sided, obviously, tells what type of monster it is. And when you play the scenario, it'll tell you what kind of monsters you're going to encounter, so you can have them all set up and ready to go. These are monster stat sheet envelopes. You get 6 of them. And I like the design of this because, again, you can look at the monster stat sheets. There's a lot of stats. But what you do is you take one of these puppies out, you stick it in the sheet, depending on what level the monster is, and it shows you like basic level and then your advanced part of that monster. So there's two sides there. So you take it and just say, okay, I'm going to be fighting a deep terror, and it's a 6. So you take it and you slide it into that sheet. So the 6 is up top right here, and all your information is here, and it's all broken down. And then you can have your tokens that you put on the sleeves itself to keep carrying, to keep track of your monsters. Very smart, and the design, I like it. I like it a lot. You also get 24 plastic stands. These are to take your monster standees and you put them in so that they stand up on the board so you can see them. Gives them more of a three-dimensional aspect to it when you're playing and battling. Here you get, these are called your element discs. They're made of wood, and there's 6 of them. I just want to open one up here and take a peek. They're actually literally made of wood. You get 6 of these. These are your random scenario cards. You get 9 of them in total. Battle golds. And what these here is, you get 24 of these cards. So at the start of your game or scenario, depending what scenario, obviously you get 2 of these and you get to pick one. And then you have like a secret scenario or battle goal, not scenario, but a battle goal that you complete on top of completing the scenario. You get 253 item cards. So when I say item cards, so during the game you can search, find these, and pick them up and use them, or you can trade them and what have you. And it just, again, like leather armor, boots, helmets, they're items, just like in D&D, item cards. These are attack modifier cards. They modify your attack, and it tells you different things for each of them. I'll put them on camera there, it's upside down, but yeah, like a 2x modifier for that one. Here's another one, a +1 modifier. Attack modifier cards. When I talked about item cards, the red ones are standard item cards, and you can get blue ones, and these are random item cards. You get 253 in total. You get standard 228, and you get 25 random item cards. You also get personal quest cards. 24 in total to give you personal quests that you can go on aside from the main scenario, and so on and so on. Event cards, 2 types though. Road event cards and city event cards. The road event cards. You roar and charge up the hill. The demons are no match for you, either in speed or in strength. You kill them quickly but painfully. Gain 5 experience for each. So again, these are 2 different types of events for the road, and then you got 2 different types of events for the city, but it also gives you a little bit of subtext here on what this is all about. And a total of this you get is 69 road and 81 city for the event cards. HP and wound dial, so pretty much, or HP and XP, I think it is called, HP and XP dials, yes. So very nice, keeps track of all of the stuff that you get. Pretty fancy. 40 random dungeon cards. 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. The last thing that I want to show everybody, and I saved this for the last because it's my favorite of any kind of board game or tabletop game, and that are the minis. So when I first opened this, I'm like, okay, where's the minis? Because, you know, the containers, they're empty. They're not into the character boxes with the cards. And then I look at the boxes, such as this, and it's got that sign. So let's take a peek here. So we got both of this. You can see they're matching. So I'm going to open up this just gently, and I'm just going to take out the character card. So this is Brute. So I'm not going to go over every character, obviously. It's going to take a really long time. There's 18 of them. But you know that these are for the character. So I'm going to open up this box right here that are individually packaged, which is totally blowing my mind. And it is none other than the Brute miniature. Let's take a closer look at this guy right here. Look at the detail. Look at the fur and the skulls, and like, this guy's a menacing looking guy. And his detail is crazy. Whoa, like nice and textured painting these guys. I always say they're gonna look awesome painted, but I'm gonna surprise everybody for BoardGameManiacs that I'm going to be painting them. They're in the pipeline, as to say, of when I'm gonna be painting them. I have a lot of stuff that I have planned for this year of 2018. And painting the miniatures for the different types of games is one of them for sure. But I have enough that will last me for a long time. There is the detail of the Brute. So all the minis are going to be this detailed. That's right. And I'm sure if you look online, you'll be able to find some painting tutorials on how to paint each of the miniatures, or at least pictures of people have painted them, or even maybe onto the website themselves for the game for Gloomhaven, that you'd be able to find them to as well. But miniatures, very great detail onto them. But most importantly, the thing that's blowing me away the most is the organization of this game. The way they got it packed, and every miniature is individually packaged, and the character cards are individually packaged. So when you're packing this game up after playing it, there's no question. It's, oh, they go there, the characters go in their boxes. So you're not going to be able to shuffle around, because everything is going to be right here for you. And another thing, like I said, is it's only a 1 to 4 player game, but yet they give you 18 miniatures. So I don't know if the total of 18 miniatures are characters you can play, or is it some of the miniatures are for the bosses that you fight? I don't know, but you get the standees for it too as well. Once I start playing this, I'll find out more and more, and the more I research this to see other people who played this, by all means, I'm going to learn more that way too. So when I say by all means, because I'm thinking something in my head as I'm talking, but it's not the same thing that I'm talking about, it's something different. So yeah, sometimes the sentences get meshed together, and anyhow, but what I'm saying here is the organization of this, the artwork, everything for this board game is incredible for a board game. There you have it, BoardGameManiacs. Quick overview of what's inside the box for the game Gloomhaven. It's a lot of stuff, and it's super heavy, the box, but it has, now I understand why it's so weighted, because there's so much stuff in the box itself. It's absolutely crazy. Like, look at all of this stuff. Wow. So Gloomhaven by Cephalofair. Again, I could be saying that name wrong. Sorry guys if I am. But in any case, I'm totally blown away by this board game. Just by the look of it, by the organization of it. I've never seen a board game before, how organized that is. Miniatures come in their own boxes. Like, wow. I'm still just flabbergasted over that. So, if you have any thoughts about this board game, if you played any of the games or any of the scenarios, please, please, please comment down below into the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts were. I'm going to do a gameplay video of Gloomhaven in the future. I don't know exactly when, but I'm going to do it. So if you know of any scenario that was a lot of fun for you as a solo mission though, because the first one that I play on camera is going to obviously be a solo mission, I'm hoping for anyhow, so I understand before pulling other BoardGameManiacs in and not knowing the rules, because that can get frustrating. So just if you play the scenario solo one and you really like the gameplay of it, by all means comment down below. Let me know what scenario it is. Let me know what page it's on. Your thoughts about it and everything, because I'm definitely interested to hear from you guys. Very, very, very excited to play this in the future. Yeah, I have other things planned, but I will be getting around to them. Just like I did Lobotomy a while ago, and I said I was going to do a gameplay video onto it, a solo gameplay mission. But it took a while, but it did get done. And that solo gameplay mission is on our BoardGameManiacs YouTube channel. You can search for it, and you can watch it, as well as the unboxing too as well, where I said where I'm going to play it eventually. Just like I said, I'm going to paint the minis eventually, and I'm still going to be doing that. So many games that we can play, so many games that we can paint and do videos on. Not just here at BoardGameManiacs, but I'm always trying to get new games in so that I can play it on video so everybody else can see the different types of games. If you are a game manufacturer and you want BoardGameManiacs to showcase any of your board games, by all means contact us at BoardGameManiacs@gmail.com, and we'd be more than happy to look into it, to talk to you about your game and so forth, and see if we can set you up with a gameplay video. Very awesome. Very exciting. So until next time, play some games, play some VR, talk to people in person, because that's very important to do. That's right. Most importantly of all though, and you know it, I know it, because I'm one of them, and you can be one too as well. And that is, be a maniac.